Welcome to Podnutz, episode number 41. I have a guest today who is involved in, I guess you could say, a plethora of things related to computers, computer repair, and computer repair technicians. It is Daniel Hand, and you said you go by Dan, right?
Dan's fine.
Okay. Dan, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate the time you're giving us today.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
And I wanted to talk about a lot of we're going to hit on everything that you're involved with because you got your hand in a couple things here. But I guess first and foremost, probably how you started, I'm just guessing, is that you were a computer repair technician who started a computer repair business?
Correct.
Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that and what's involved with your business there?
I started in about 2004. I retired from the military. Saw a whole bunch of geeks on call vehicles, things like that, and decided we just start our own business and started working out of the house about 2004.
Where did you get your training?
In the military. Did that for 20 years when I was in there doing communications, networking, things like that.
Oh, that's cool. So that's how you learned all about computers.
Correct.
Interesting. And then you probably saw these cars driving around and stuff, and you're probably like, I could definitely do what they're doing.
Well, I knew they were doing it, plus a couple people had asked me to help them, which, obviously I didn't charge them anything. And then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, I've always wanted to do my own business, and that's something I can do. So we decided to start that.
Cool. And how did it go when you started your business out of your house? What were some of the first steps that you did to get started?
I had a lot of notes. I made a lot of notes for about a year prior when I was thinking about it and, putting things down like marketing, how to do that, or what we would start up with. That way, figured the day we did start, I wanted to actually have some sort of, business model to go by so we didn't just sit around for months with no work to do.
Right. Now, I think a lot of people fix computers for friends and family, then realize they could do it and just kind of ease into it. Did you ease into it, or did you just kind of jump into it and say, this is what I'm doing, we're starting a business, and then boom, day one, this is how we're going to get our business, or did you ease into it?
No, we pretty much had a date set that we were going to go into business, and that's the date we started it.
That's cool. That's pretty interesting. When you did it, how did you originally get your first couple customers?
Luckily, we had a decent website, and for search engines, we were coming up on the first page, so we actually started getting calls right off the bat, and plus we planned it right around the time the Yellow Book was coming out, and we were in the Yellow Book that year.
And where are you from? Where did you put the ad in the Yellow Book?
In Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Okay. And how did you work out getting ranked number one in Google so fast? What did you put your website up and almost immediately it went up to number one?
Well, for years before we started the business, I had been doing websites, so I had a lot of the knowledge as far as the search engine optimization and how to work that angle. So that wasn't too complicated to do that from the get-go.
And how long did it take you from the moment you put up your website to get to top page rank?
Maybe 90 days.
Okay. All right. I just had this idea in my mind that it happened like overnight, and I'm like, whoa, if you know how to do that, that's some good information.
I can do that now, but back then I couldn't do it.
Really? Are all these tricks in your book?
It's pretty much spelled out. What's not in the book, there's a document section, and I put a lot of things in there. I'll just write up documents, put in there about search engines and things like that.
Cool. All right. Well, let's talk about your book now since I started it. You have a book out called Computer Repair Business Lessons Learned. And first of all, where can somebody get that book? Where's it available?
You can go to computerrepairbusiness.net, or you can order it off of Amazon.
Computerrepairbusiness.net. That's a good URL.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can order off Amazon. How much does it cost? And then tell us, what people can get out of the book.
It's $29.99, and altogether there's probably 20 different lessons, everything from starting the business, getting established, marketing, warranties, resellers, pretty much anything you can think of about the business that most people have gone through when they try to start a business. It's in the book.
What gave you the idea of writing the book? Just curious.
When I started a business, I'd go to forums like most people, or try to talk to other business owners, and typically the answer you would get is you almost have to do things on your own, or the typical answer was, for documents at least, it was you need to do your own and get with an attorney. And to me, it just seemed like a lot of fluff when it wasn't really necessary, where you should be able to get your hands on one product that would give you everything you need to get going.
Huh. Yeah, it's a good idea. Now, if somebody buys the book, right, and they're starting from nothing, like from scratch, will this help them get up and established from nothing?
Yeah, they can, from day one, they can get up and established. The only thing it barely touches on is licensing because states vary so much, but everything else, it gives marketing, what to do with that. It gives you documents for, trouble calls, warranties, proposals, everything.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. And I guess if you're, shifting around in the forums, I mean, that's one thing about actually having a product you put out. I mean, people can go and search around the internet and put pieces together for different things, or you could take a lot of the work out of it and just go to one spot, get the information from one location. And that's the good thing about having a book. When was the book written?
End of 2007.
Oh, okay. So it's very recent.
Right.
Is there a downloadable version?
No, I don't sell it in a PDF version, only for the sheer fact of it will be released on the internet and I won't have any control over it.
Good point. Good point. All right. Well, that's great. How many pages is it?
Altogether, it's about 130, 140 pages. Plus, they also get username and password to a restricted area of the website, and that's where all the documents are. And I'm continually updating the documents there also.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I'm glad you're doing that. That's like a key thing, especially the way things change nowadays. If you can have a way to keep your guys updated, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, if anybody wants to get involved with that, definitely check out his book. You said computerrepairbusiness.net, right?
Correct.
Man, when did you buy that URL?
Oh, I have about 40 or 50 of them. That was a while ago.
That was a good one. Good call. All right, let's look at some of the other stuff you're into here. I got a list of things. Okay, next is this is very interesting to me. I'd love to hear more about this. It's the Association of Computer Repair Business Owners. And how do you say that acronym, or is it pronounceable?
It's not really pronounceable. A lot of people try. It's just Acrobo.
Okay, Acrobo. Is it start with an N or does it start with the A?
A.
Okay, the N is for the website. Okay, so it's it's ACRBO.
Correct.
But the website is nacrbo.com.
Or acrbo.com.
Oh, cool. Okay, what is the N for?
Well, actually, the site originated, it was just a nationwide association, but, through different forums and everything, I've had people contact me worldwide that want to be part of it, and they're not too keen on the word nationwide, so we actually decided to change it. So just recently, it's been changed to just association.
Okay, good. So you can hit it from either URL.
Right.
And what is the Association of Computer Repair Business Owners?
It's mainly people starting off in business, and it's another one of those things where when I started, there wasn't really anywhere to go to have a centralized point, or if you did, there's some big organizations and they charge big dollars to be part of it. And one of the bennies I always thought